Hi, Kelvin. It's fine. You're on video right now, so are you ready to go, Kelvin Rodriguez? All right. So natural numbers, really look at it this way. You can kind of, I would work backwards as far as, because the real numbers are going to be all of them. So, and then what? Well, I would just probably copy down like what you have. So -7. Like I would just copy down the list that you already have there. Negative 0.6 repeating. 0. Square root of 49. So then, Adine, are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then, basically, you're going to split it into two groups, either irrational numbers or rational numbers. So, irrational means that, I'm trying to get there.
See, I don't understand what's so funny. It's like just me asking questions. It's hilarious, you know?
So, irrational are going to be numbers that do not repeat and do not terminate. So then rational numbers are the ones that do repeat and do terminate. So then as far as once you get it between irrational and rational, once you get your irrational list, you're not going to use those numbers again. Okay? So, like, does -7 terminate as far as a decimal is concerned?
Yes.
Yeah. So then -7 is going to be going to be rational. So we already got that one taken care of. Does -0.6 repeat or terminate? Yeah, it's repeating. That's what that little bar across the top means. So 0.6 repeating. So we got that one taken care of. Does 0 repeat or terminate? Huh? What? No, because it repeat. Anything with rational is going to repeat. Well, this was Algebra 1, or maybe pre-algebra in 8th grade. So, repeating or terminating decimal. What does the little bar mean across the top of the 6? It repeats. So, does that fit the repeating or terminating part?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Then, what about 0? Does 0 repeat or terminate?
It terminates.
It terminates, so it would go in the rational category of repeating or terminating. Now, the square root of 49. What is the square root of 49 really? 7. So does 7, okay, don't write 7 because you need to write it as it's in the list. So does 7 repeat or terminate as a decimal? Yes. So the square root of 49, so we got that one. Now, the square root of 50. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Anything that is not a perfect square under the radical will be irrational.
Okay.
So if it's not like the square root of 49, the square root of 81, the square root of 225, whatever. Okay? If it's not a perfect square under there, then it's going to be irrational. So I'm going to have the square root of 50 in my irrational list. Keep going back now. 5/6. Okay? 5 divided by 6. If it's a fraction, okay, it's going to either repeat or terminate.
What's terminate?
Like it stops. Like it's going to end like 1/2 is 0.5 and it's done. It's all zeros from there on out. 5/6 is going to repeat and be, forgot what the actual value is, like 0.83 maybe repeating, something like that. So then 5/6 is going to repeat or terminate. And then the most famous irrational number of them all, kind of like Santa Claus, okay, or Rudolph being the most famous reindeer of them all, is pi. Okay, as far as an irrational number. From here on out, for 1, 2, and 3 with the natural numbers, the whole numbers, and the integers, you will not use the irrational number list. They will only come from the numbers in the blue. Okay, not the numbers in the green. Fair enough? So you are done. Once you figure out which ones are irrational, you are done with those values. Okay, finished. That is the last time you will use those numbers. Because everything else from here on out are all rational. So an integer is like a counting number, either positive or negative. So then I'm going to go to my list that's in blue, that's the rational numbers. Which ones are counting numbers? So like 1, 2, -5, -7. -7, very good on the context clues. 0, and the square root of 49. Now, from there, I go from the integers. Now, for the whole numbers, I'm only going to use the numbers in my integer list. Okay, my list is going to keep getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Okay, for it to be a whole number, it's going to be 0 and all of the positive integers. So then so what numbers out of my list here am I going to use? 0 and the square root of 49. Then for the natural numbers, it's going to go all of the whole numbers that are not 0. So what's the only number that's not 0? Square root of 49.